Hello, everybody. FAI here, or I here, and welcome back to another tips video or kind of tutorial video. And this is kind of with what has happened with the last video I created. This is kind of a follow up to the last video I created, which is how do you get better at the game? And continuing how to get better at the game. Now, I've already given you the short answer, which is, of course, just play the game and continue to play the game. But, of course, that can be frustrating for some players, especially going forward. That can be really frustrating, and that can just get players to the point where they're just frustrated with the game and they don't want to really play it anymore. So, how do you get better? What do you do? Well, that depends on what you want to see as far as improvements go. Creative mode is a great controlled environment to, of course, help you with this because, let's face it, creative mode has a lot of creative workshops and things that are out there to really make you a better player overall. But, I mean, it all depends on what you need to do, what you want to do. Obviously, many players are looking to do only one thing, like, for instance, improving their aim. And if they're only looking to improve their aim, then obviously you gotta look at doing aim training, creative aim stuff. But some players are looking to improve their building. So of course, if that is the case, then you want to look at advanced editing and whatnot. You want to look at things that are going to help you with editing and advanced editing. Now, all the maps that I will showcase here are going to, of course, be, I'll give you the codes on the description below so you know exactly what map you are doing, but it all depends on you. If you're trying to be competitive, then obviously I would recommend trying to do and look towards an all-around course and all-around, thing that can help you with just in general, gain all the base knowledge you can. I mean, part of this is also sensitivity, so you're going to want to look at your sensitivity. But, like I said, creative mode is probably the best way to really have a controlled environment to really get yourself better at the game. Now, I will show you all the maps that I like using in my normal warm-up regimen before I even start playing the game. And some of these maps you probably already have seen before. But, a lot of these maps you may have not seen before. Some of these maps I do from time to time. Others I do regularly on occasion because it helps me with warming up. Obviously, I'm not going to show you all of these courses right off the bat. But I will show you the ones that I found to be the most useful for my particular, skills and my particular, methods to getting better at the game. Now, obviously, like I said, there's a lot of courses to really help you with just getting better in the game. And obviously, some of these courses you may find more useful than others for yourself. Others you may not find useful at all. It's really all dependent on you. But, for now, I'm going to show you some of my base courses that I use when I warm up. Starting with one of my favorites, which is Can Do OK's 9-in-1 edit course. This 9-in-1 edit course, of course, is a course built by Can Do OK, which of course is meant to help you with all your editing and stuff. And I'm sorry here that I took a second take, but when I first did this, I really didn't have a good feeling off the first time. So you can see here. There's a lot of different courses. I would start with just doing the easy courses until you get around the gold timing for all of them. Just because, again, these courses get more and more difficult as you progress. And they become more and more difficult over time. They bring in new edits and stuff that you've never seen before. And maybe you will never apply to yourself. But let's face it, it's good to know these edits just in case you do have to apply them. Because, sometimes when you build and you have a network of tunnels and stuff that you've done, it's good to know some of these course edits just so that you can, progress and make it more difficult for your opponent to really catch you or get you off guard. Now, of course, all of these start with easy, very easy, and then easy or kind of a normal / easy course. And they're all built around to help you with getting better overall. But of course, in general, it's up to you to really improve and get better at the game. You can see the times here. Here you can see all of Can Do OK's, connections if you want to connect with him. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the messed up course. Now, of course, for those of you who are just getting started, you may kind of go, you're going so fast. How can I get that fast? Well, it comes with muscle memory and being able to just do this over time and get better over time with it. But, even I still make mistakes, so, there will be times where you'll see me make, like here, where you'll see me make mistakes. And, it's bound to happen. I will show you the course, but as I've said before, I'm going to allow you to kind of learn to figure this out yourself. I want you to have some time to really get a good understanding and, if you will, a good understanding and way of being able to do this course yourself. I want you to really do this on your own time, and just in general, be able to take your time with it. I don't want to show you, everything that you can do. Some of it is self-discovery, of course, but like I said before, when it comes down to it, it comes down to you. Obviously, I'm going to be a competitive player, so I've got to have a good all-around understanding if I'm going to play Fortnite, for instance, in the last 3 months to do all of this stuff. So, I've been doing this for the last 3 months. So, through the last 3 months, you've, of course, if you've been paying attention to what I've been doing on stream, you've been seeing some of the improvement, but a lot of this improvement has happened off stream, and that's because I play a lot of this off stream just to take my time with learning the mechanics, building the certain mechanics and skills that I need to build, and just in general being able to do what I need to do while I'm playing on stream, because again, I'd rather play on stream and make it a little more serious on stream than I do make it off stream. Because when I'm off stream, I take most of the time to do the mechanic building skills and whatnot. And you'll see it here, like how I almost got the 2-minute mark, and that's not unusual for me. I'm getting very to the point where I can do most of these edits in the gold timing, but you may not be able to do these edits in the gold timing at first, and that's okay. You just gotta take your time and make it muscle memory. Eventually this becomes muscle memory to where you can basically do this edit and do these things right off the bat without ever thinking about it. Most of it will become second nature, second hand memory for you as you do it more and more, and that's part of how you can get better. A lot of players are kind of thinking, well, I've not gotten better. How the heck do you improve so quickly in some cases? A lot of it is just taking off time to do, practices, for instance, building mechanics, off time to do, do these training regiments where I'm just putting myself through the ringer of knowing what I need to do and just gaining a better understanding of what I can do, through the game. A lot of it is just that. And I know many of you are kind of thinking, but it doesn't seem to make me better. I've not seen myself improving. You're not going to see yourself improve just within a day or two. For me, I put myself through these regimens, and especially in Fortnite, almost every day. And every day, before I even get started on a game, I warm up to doing Can Do OK's 9-in-1 edit course. And I do this as a warm up every day, just so that I'm, by the time I get into the game, I'm warmed up, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to do certain things, I'm ready to get myself right into the game. A lot of it is just that, And, it's up to you to, be able to get better at the game. Obviously, you're not going to see improvement, like I said, within just a day or two. A lot of it is, if you will, multiple days of practice, multiple days of doing your doing the same regimen every single day, every single time you get in the very beginning. You don't even have to spend like 20 or 30 minutes on these warm-up courses. I mean, you could spend as little as 10 to 15 minutes if you really are that interested in getting into the game immediately. But trust me, I would say the more time you spend in these warm-up regiments and doing these warm-up stuff, the more often you'll get better at the game. Now, I know many players will probably tell you, oh, you don't have to do this for more than 10 to 15 minutes. But trust me, in the end of the day, I would recommend take as much time as you need to do these warm-up regiments and do these things, these warm-up things. Because, again, these warm-up things where you're in a controlled environment mean that you're not going to be under pressure. You're not going to be, having times where you're going to need to go, oh my gosh, I'm under attack. I gotta think quickly. And, that's not what these things are doing for you. These are just in controlled environments, These are, if you will, controlled spaces where you can work on the things that you really gotta work on and then apply that knowledge onto a real game. I didn't get better within a day. It took me 3 months on Fortnite every day in these warm-up regiments to get better. Now, you're seeing me do an aim facility practice here, and this is where I practice to get my aim better, my flick shots better, my shots better. This is where you can go for the practice of doing these shots and stuff. And as you'll see here, it's only a 1 minute thing, but doing this every day as a warm up can help you so tremendously with just getting better at your shots, just getting to the point where it's going to be easy for you to do these things. It's easy for you to kind of go into the game and all of a sudden you're popping off those shots that everyone's kind of going, what the heck? Is this an aimbot or something? I mean, people are going to think that if you do this every day, people are going to start to think, especially on low tiers, a lot of people may think, oh, you're aimbotting or something like that. But you're not aimbotting at all. If you've done this every day for the last few months or so, even longer, you're going to find that this is going to be just something where it's just natural for you to do all these things. Now, like I said, don't focus on the score or anything like that. Just focus on getting your shots and doing it as quickly as you can. I mean, especially with this 1 in 6 targets, it starts off slow and then it gets faster and faster over time. And, of course, the faster and more you can hit, the quicker it'll be for you to do all these things. Now, you'll see the scores here, and these are scores that you'll probably want to work towards over time. But obviously, just work on doing your best at the end of the day. And, I mean, there's a lot of different things you can practice on. 1 in 6, all these other things. And, these are just simple little warm-ups that you can do over time. And simple little things that can help you warm up, especially with your aim and stuff. So, it's up to you to, of course, determine what you want to do. I mean, obviously, aim is something that I would recommend everyone to work on. And I would recommend everyone starts with doing, Sledge's aim facility. Or, even just doing an aim practice routine. Again, just don't focus on doing, as good as some of the pros do. Just make a small goal for yourself. And, once you've had that small goal for yourself, then you can, focus on doing bigger goals and doing bigger things. I mean, again, as I've said in my previous videos before, don't focus on your K to D. Your K to D doesn't matter. What you should focus on is self-improvement and being able to do things where it's like, oh, okay, I can do this, I can do that, I know how to do this, and I can do all of these other little things. I mean, that's what you want to improve on. You don't want to improve on doing, small things that don't matter. For instance, maybe shooting, or maybe, for instance, trying to work on a ultimate K goal, or kill goal, or elimination goal. Those are things you don't want to work on. those are not the things you should work on, in my opinion. In my opinion, you should consider, working on something that can help you with self-improvement, and, eliminations and stuff come in time. I mean, if you can do, like, the building mechanics that some of these crazy pros can do, if you can do the shots that that you see these pros do, and do things that these pros do, then you're one step ahead of the game of everyone else. Now, Raiders Advanced Editing Facility is a great place to basically work on your edits and stuff. And there are tons of edits and situations to really work on here. Some of them going down, some of them going up. It's up to you to work on these things and, improve on yourself for doing this. There's a ton of different edits to do, a ton of different places to work. This is really just a great place for really working on your edits and stuff. And I don't use a Raiders AIM or Advanced Edit course very often, but it is a great place to work on all of your edits and work on getting your edits done. You'll see me do this edit very, very quickly, just to kind of show you how it's done and what Raiders Edits Facility can do. But again, this is another place for if you really are working towards getting your edits done and you want to work on doing advanced edits and some of the edits that maybe you've seen pros do. This is a great place to really work on it. And obviously I've gotten to the point where I'm very, very fast at doing these edits. But of course for you, it may take some time before you really get to the point where advanced edits like this will come as naturally as they should. So take your time when you're doing these edits. Don't worry about the time frame. Just take your time doing these edits because, again, over time, at Raiders Advanced Edit course will be a breeze for you to go over. And doing these edits will be absolutely easy for you to think about and do when you're on, when you're on the actual field. So, that's just something to think about. But again, it's up to you to determine and do these things. There's a ton of edits for you to work on, and a ton of ways for you to get practice in. Obviously, like, even Raider has given you a reset before going through every structure, so you can see here how I'm just going to reset this and then I'm going to end my way through. And that's just something else that you can work on to really give yourself a advantage when it comes down to, practicing and, just in general being able to do what you need to do to edit and, all this other stuff. So, again, there's a ton of stuff to do. There's tons more workshops and stuff to look into. I mean, I'm only showing you a fraction of what you could do potentially. Now, some of the workshops are just for fun, and, they were built for being for fun for other players, but others were built for competitive playstyles and self-improvement. Obviously, like Raiders Advanced Edit Map is a great way to practice. Now, of course, I'm going to also show you the warm-up course, Advanced, which is another thing by Can Do Okay, based on advanced editing. And, again, this is another course that can be great for you to really practice on. But again, I'm not going to show it to you all. I'm only going to show you maybe a small portion of this because, again, it's a lot to take in. And for many players, this could be something that, you're just not used to. You're not ready for. Now, again, I've done this for a while. I've been doing these advanced edits and stuff for quite some time. So, of course, you're going to see me work very, very quickly on doing these and slaying them, if you will. But, again, it's up to you to learn these advanced edits on your own time and, just do them on your own time. But, again, let me skip over ahead to the more beginner, the last little bit of the showcase here. And, which is, of course, the beginner course. A little bit of the beginner course and stuff. But, again, there's so much to show you here. Like, you're going to see me do some advanced edits and stuff. And there's just so much to show that I can't show it all. But I will show you a little bit more. And I will show you a little bit of a small preview of the beginner course, which is a much easier course that Can Do It compared to this one. And then, we'll close out the video for today. But yeah, let me go ahead and get to the end when I was finishing this course, and then we'll talk about the small beginner course, and yeah, we'll close out the video. But yeah, with that being said, I will meet you back in the when I've completed this course, everybody. Alright, so we're back in the near me completing this course, and I was just practicing. But let's talk about the beginner course of this. The beginner course of this is just a much easier course and a much more simple course I can do, okay, that you could do. I will leave the code, of course, in the description below. But, yeah, with that being said, we're just finishing off the end of this part of the, of the getting down to the lower part of the level. But, yeah, with that having been said, I mean, there's a lot you can do in this game, and I will show you a small little portion of the can do okays, and there I accidentally fell trying to figure out my way down, which was not intentional at all, but hey, we got the time done. As you see, there's 2 minutes, 47 minutes left, remaining on the timer, so it wasn't too bad. Anyway, yeah, like I said, the Can Do Okay warm-up course is a lot easier, and I've probably shown that off before, but I can show it to you again in a future date. Anyway, but yeah, to close out this stream, or this video, there's a lot you can do to really make yourself better at the game. And it's up to you to determine it. I will show you, like, the Roadie Bros, Roadie's edit training course, and stuff like that. But, like I said, there's just a lot to talk about, and there's just not enough time to really show it to you all in one video. But, with that having been said, hopefully this video has helped you, find your training regimen, maybe figure out what you want to work on, and maybe get better in, a controlled environment. Because, in my personal opinion, the only way to really truly get better and understand the mechanics, as well as understanding what you can and cannot do, is by practicing in a controlled environment, whether it's like the firing range, or in the case of Fortnite, creative mode. I know people use creative mode all the time to do just for fun games and stuff, but in the case of a competitive player or someone who just wants to self-improve, there's a lot that you can do to self-improve. There's so much that I don't have enough time right now to show to you all. But I will show you small little bits. I will put my the maps that I showed in this particular video in the description below, as well as I will try to showcase each one of these maps on their own as a separate video. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully this video has helped you maybe become a little bit better in Fortnite and work towards self-improvement rather than just using creative mode to play for fun games. If you're really interested in becoming a competitive player, or even just a player who is good at certain aspects of the game, then this is the best way to do it, is use creative mode and use controlled environments to really get a better idea of how to do edits, how to build, and all this other stuff. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification, because I know you want to know when the next video drops next. Thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video. And yeah, I am live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/FA_EYE. But yeah, with that being said, I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure. Wednesdays and Saturdays are usually my 4 to 5 hour stream. Sometimes a little bit longer. Sometimes I go for about 6 hours. But Thursdays are usually about a 2 to 3 hour stream. And then I'm also live on Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday I'm also live for about 2 to 3 hours. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today on this video. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for being part of today's video. And yeah, until the next one, everybody. Hope to see you on Twitch. But until the next one, everybody, this is FAI signing out and saying farewell, everyone.